So now that you're on LinkedIn and I've shown you how to use it the correct way, the thing we need to worry about is wasting your time. And you're going to find this a lot, especially when new users or new power users get on it. They want to spend a lot of time and they miss out on other business activities such as working with clients, following up on real leads on like emails, stuff that is going to take a little time to build on LinkedIn. So this going to be lecture this lecture is going to be over wasting your time and what to avoid on LinkedIn. So the things we want to watch out for. We want to watch out with meeting with the wrong people. And this is nothing against certain people on LinkedIn, but sometimes people go with the mentality that they want to sell things to you, which is exactly what you want to do with other people. But you got to watch out that they fit what your needs are. When I first started, I was getting a heck of a lot of invitations for coffee, and I quickly realized who would be great networking partners and who would not. And I started filtering out who I don't want to meet with and who I do. You always have that internal struggle. Okay, what if this person really isn't what I think they're going to be, and I should go meet with them? But you're going to find out that if you don't start filtering out who to meet with, you're going to be overwhelmed with meetings and you're going to waste a lot of time driving back and forth, waiting on the person, scheduling. So make sure you get the right people for your meetings. You're going to see a huge thing with flooding your inbox. And I'll do a whole nother section on this, as well as the meeting with the wrong people section. Joining groups that are just meant for sales, you're going to find that you'll do these and you'll figure them out right away. My lecture on this will teach a whole bunch of it. If you're spending too much time looking at who has looked at you, this is something that you will do right away when you're on LinkedIn. It's cool. You're interested in who is looking at your profile. And you'll go on there and you'll look at the stats and you'll post an update and you'll see how many people have interacted with it or saw it. Analytics are fantastic. Just don't spend your whole time looking at those. Remember that they'll always be there and you can find them, but check them maybe twice a day if you're really interested. Everybody else, they suggest maybe once a day or once every few days, or if you really want to get into a routine, maybe once a week. If you're sitting on there on your timeline or your post feed or in a group just waiting for someone else to post so you can respond, you may want to find something better to do. You don't have to sit there and wait hand and foot. That's where the great email notifications go into the play. If you set up the right email notifications, you can get that content delivered straight to you so you don't actually have to wait around for it. I'm always a big fan of making it so it's sent directly to me, so I have to decide when I want to do it instead of waiting everything else to come. You may be a little late to jump the gun on the conversations, but you'll be able to do it in a condensed fashion and save a lot of time. Everything I've noticed is there's very few people the moment that a post is posted that comment right away. So within that 24 hours of that initial post, if you are commenting, liking, whatever on it, you're going to be at the top of that list. You're going to be one of the first ones to do it. And one last thing you need to watch out for is spending countless hours conversing for no reason. And this usually comes in the form of arguments. You will find people on LinkedIn who share very different opinions than you. I run into it all the time in the way to manage social media, and I just actually ran into one the other day. So they could look like this. You may see an article posted over the seven cardinal sins of, or six cardinal sins of social media management. And number 2 says, don't be personal, only be businessy. And that is something that my company vows never to do. We always want to be ourselves, and we tell all of our companies to do it. So I disagreed with that. This number 6 on that list was never outsource your social media, which is actually what we do a lot of the times. We outsource and we actually post on behalf of people to help them manage their systems without having to spend all the time on it. So I responded and I said, hey, blah, 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 I don't agree with these. I think that you can really utilize this, this, and this. Now what could happen is if I really got vested interest into it, I could continue to argue with it. The way I like to do it, I'll respond once, and then if they respond directly to me, I may say, hey, I don't think I need the time to spend on this conversation. How about you shoot me an email? Those kinds of things will save you a lot of time from arguing back and forth. You'll notice it a lot in the political arena, especially on social media platforms. People will post a controversial topic, then you'll get a huge argument, and people spend hours upon hours arguing back and forth for someone who is never going to change their mind. So make sure you avoid these, or if you do want to participate in them, make sure that you are strategic about it and opting out to get them off of the LinkedIn platform into another form of conversation. If this is with a lead, you may want to have them coffee so you can discuss and try to see how you could help them. If it is someone who you know is just going to be pestering you for the next few days, just go ahead and ignore the conversation, unfollow that from the email notifications, and just forget it ever happened. There's no reason for you to waste your time arguing with someone who is just there to argue. So these are a few things to watch out for when you're starting LinkedIn. There's a lot more, but you'll find these out as you go. If you ever see something that's taking a lot of time out of your day, make sure to ask, is this a value add or should I be doing something else?